Hi everybody, it's Saratoga, and this is your weekly focus card reading for the week beginning April 20th through April 26th, 2020. Firstly, I want to welcome my new subscribers. I'm so glad you guys are here, and I want to let you know that this is something I do every Sunday so that we can kind of set up our energy for the coming week ahead. Now, this is a beautiful card. It says, "I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become my reality." Oh my gosh, this is so perfect. So this week we have on Wednesday, we have a new moon in Taurus, and it's also Earth Day, which means the energy of the new moon is going to be with us at the beginning of the week and into the end of the week. So a couple days before, a couple days after, peaking on Wednesday. I feel that this is a powerful week of transition, and that's why I love this card so much, because here's the thing, you guys. We're all in this planetary lockdown situation. It's kind of interesting that Earth Day is the same as the new moon, which I'll explain in a minute, but we're all in this lockdown situation, and nobody really knows where this is actually going because, we keep getting different information. Every day it changes. So it's very difficult to rely on the things you relied on in the past. So I have a very strong feeling, and this card really amplifies that we need to stop waiting for those in authority to tell us what happens next in our lives. I think we are in a very precarious position if we continue to do that. So the energy for this week is perfect for you to start making a shift within yourself and ask yourself this question. Ask yourself, okay, so if I stop relying on the people in authority to tell me what's happening next in my life, let's say I just stop doing that altogether. And then these are things I want to give you guys to contemplate. And then you can say to yourself, okay, what's the situation right now? The situation is incredibly unstable. It's not the way that it used to be. So this is going to be challenging. I'm not saying this is going to be easy, but I really think it's time to start asking yourself, how are you going to respond in terms of your own life, in terms of your own existence, to a world that is incredibly unstable and changing by the hour and completely unpredictable? What are you as a cosmic being going to do about that right now? Because I think we have enough evidence at this point to realize that we cannot count on the outer world to give us a secure and stable life at this point in time. So here's what I want to suggest. If you take what this card says, my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become my reality. So this is the week to actually contemplate, what vision do you have for your life in this unstable situation? What are you going to do to create a life? I know there are a lot of people saying this is the beginning of the new world. Well, in a way, it kind of is. We don't know what that new world's going to look like, but we need to respond effectively in our own lives to the instability that we are sitting in the midst of. Now, a new moon, I think it's so cool. It comes kind of in the middle of the week on a Wednesday. Yeah, pretty close to the middle of the week in terms of this reading. Because new moons are always about new beginnings. They're about a shift into something new. So you're sitting on a world that's unstable right now. You can no longer afford to rely on outside authority to tell you when your life's going to stabilize, because we don't know, because they change their story all the time. So knowing that, what are you going to do? What vision do you want to create for your life? What new vision? How do you see yourself living in a completely new way? How are you going to become responsive in a way that is to your benefit, in a way that puts you back in control of your life to a situation that keeps changing? Now, we're not used to this, right? Because we're used to a world that's stable, that's solid, where things don't really change in terms of our physical circumstances. That's what we're used to. But what is being called from us now, the situation is calling for us to learn how to function effectively, how to envision the life that we want in the world that is as unstable as it is. So this is the time, my friends, to create miracles, to create the unexpected positive outcome for your own life. So you want to go deep within yourself. You want to start to unearth your own creative capabilities, your own talents, maybe talents that have gone unused. It's time to start creating a new life for yourself. That is the main message. Now I want to add to that, the pink stone that you see in this setting is rhodochrosite. Rhodochrosite is a stone of the heart. It's really great for emotional healing in the heart area, but it's also great to inspire you with courage to go forward to realizing your vision and that which you want to manifest. So, heart healing is important because what gives us the faith? What gives us the trust that is mentioned in this card? What allows you to trust in your own powerful intentions? And let's go a little bit deeper with this for a moment, because I know a lot of times we have difficulty trusting ourselves, right? We're so used to trusting the outside authorities, we find it difficult to trust ourselves. So what can we do to strengthen our ability to trust ourselves? What we can do is clear our heart. Heal our heart, clear out all that old junk that you may have been holding on to in your heart. Free yourself from the past, free yourself from that old emotional baggage. Give your heart a break from all that stuff, you guys. Release it, let it go, and then let the light of your heart shine through, and that light will give you strength. The light of your heart will give you the strength you need to have the trust in your own intentions and to have faith that you can do this, because that's where your power lies. Your power lies when you're centered within yourself, within your inner being, and within your heart. Now, one more reason I'll try not to make this too long. I try to keep this as short as possible, but let's just say the reason it's so important to trust your heart is because your heart is love. That's also your physical emotional center. And as you may know, if you're familiar with the law of attraction, it is your emotions that empower your manifestations. So the more positive emotional energy you put behind your vision, the more power you have to actually manifest that vision. So when you clear that junk, that old junk out of your heart, you reorient yourself in a heart that is clear, through which that light can shine, then you can really stand in your power and you can get that powerful, inspired emotional energy to back your vision. And I'm telling you, this is where you get the faith and the feeling of trust, is when you feel your own power. So it's the power of the heart that gives you the energy and the motivation to create miracles and to believe that you can create miracles. So this is a wonderful week energetically to do this. And I want to encourage you guys, even though I know it's a challenge, because it's really a challenge to look around and see what's going on in this planet and say, how am I supposed to create a new life in the middle of all this? Well, start small. Don't try to do something really big. You can just start to build your vision this week. Start to make the shift from the old world that's been collapsing to a new world that you yourself want to create for yourself. Now, a lot of people talk about, okay, we're moving into the new earth, but that happens by way of us as individuals. We, as light workers, as star seeds, we need to be strong in our own lives. So start this week by getting centered in yourself and making the effort to create a new life for yourself, a life that is positive, a life that is life-giving to you, and build your strength, build your vision, build your ability to manifest. And then from there, you will be able to expand outward as the cosmic being that you are and produce results in terms of our ascension that maybe you didn't even know were possible. In fact, you will probably amaze yourself. All right, so this is the week to begin this process. This is the week to make the shift into creating a new life. Stop waiting around for authority figures to tell you what your life's going to look like in the future. We don't have to do that anymore. We are cosmic beings. We do have the power to create. So let's take this week, you guys, to fully come into our hearts, clear out that old emotional baggage, stand in our power, and start practicing manifesting and creating the beautiful, miraculous life that we are capable of manifesting. So with that, I'm wishing you guys a beautiful week ahead, a week of optimism and positive energy. Have an awesome day, everyone. Much love to you all. Namaste.